In this video, we're going to be looking at a Chrome extension called AmzScout Pro. Now, I wanted to show you this tool because a lot of what I talk about is either Jungle Scout or Helium 10. And I was introduced to this tool a little while ago, and I thought there's a few things I really like about it, so why not show it to you guys as another option. So I'm going to be showing you guys in this video two really cool product ideas. I'm going to be explaining how it works and how you can use it to do your product research on Amazon. Okay, so let's not waste any time. I'm going to get right into it, and we're going to uncover some gems in this video, and you're going to learn exactly how you can use this Chrome extension to help you elevate your product research on Amazon. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you're made aware of the videos we drop every single week. Right, AmzScout. So I haven't spoken about this before. It's a very cool tool. The only thing I would say, having used it, is the estimates seem a little bit lower than what my actual results are when I've checked my own products. But this is actually better, in my opinion, because we prefer to underestimate. We prefer to edge on the side of caution. Okay, so overall, I think this is a very good tool. That's why I think it's worth talking to you guys about it. So what we're going to do is solely look at the Chrome extension today. So I've got a couple of product ideas to look at, and I'll take you through them. So one of these you guys might have seen me talk about in another one of our videos, but I think it's an interesting example to show you how this Chrome extension works. So another thing I'm going to do is I've got another product idea, but I found that completely, well, within about 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to show you how you can find a product idea just like that without downloading any software at all. So don't think by watching this video you have to then download some paid software. I'm going to also give you some actionable value that you can take away and use to find product ideas today without signing up to anything. We're going to start with the pizza turning peel that I uncovered a little while ago in another video. This is quite interesting, and straight away you'll see Amz Pro. This is the Chrome extension here. AmzScout Pro has got to work, and they've come up and said, number 7, nice niche. So it goes as high as 10, and they tell you what sorts of things you should be thinking about this niche, and they quite clearly show you information that I think is very important. So let's have a look. If we click the Chrome extension, and this is really something to use when you're browsing and doing your manual product research, when you're checking products, qualifying products, but it does show you a load of really interesting things. What we've got here, and what I like about it, is it's very simple, but these two areas here, the niche score in particular, is something that caught my attention and something that I found very useful, and I'll show you why. Just looking at the Chrome extension as a whole, I actually think they've done a really good job, and it's very aesthetically pleasing to look at. Might sound like a weird thing, but the data is quite clearly communicated. So they've got two really interesting columns per product. So they'll give you a score, and this is out of 10 for how they think that product scores on the private label side of things. So this top one, they've given it a 9, and on the reselling side, they've given it a 10. So that's quite interesting, and they use a load of different algorithms to determine these scores, but they are actually pretty well thought out, in my opinion. So this product here, and this is actually one of the first we looked at, it's only got 32 reviews, it's $19.99, and it's doing 13 grand a month. So you can see why this is impressive. So we will go into the niche score in a moment, but let's just talk about a few things on here. So important stuff, they give you estimated revenue, the net margin you'd expect. Obviously, this is, you're going to have to minus off your cost of actually purchasing the goods, any PPC, any unrelated costs. But this will take your FBA fees and your referral fees into account. They give you something called an LQS, which stands for the listing quality score. I'm pretty sure it does. It's definitely something to do with the listing quality. And they will score that particular listing out of 100 to say how good it is. So if we saw any opportunities here where a product might be doing well, but they've got a lower LQS, there's an opportunity right there for us to even come and sell that exact same product, but just improve the listing. Okay, I think that's interesting. And you can see how this is quite a special niche with potential, because here you've got another product doing 6,000 a month. They've only got 8 reviews. Pretty impressive. A load of other things. Once you actually click on a product, open up, you've got the product history. You can find it on Alibaba, find it on Google, and you can also look at Google Trends by clicking this button here to see pizza turning peel. How popular has that phrase been? What does the history look like on Google? And what we're looking for is some data to tell us, is this the beginning of a popular product? Is this a product that is coming out at the back end of demand, something that we'd want to avoid because it's just getting less and less popular? Or is it something that's just picking up? So this is a very, very useful tool, and I think something that you can get a lot of value out of. So the part that I found probably the most useful when we're actually doing product research is this here, which is the niche score. Now, this will very, very quickly communicate what's good and bad about this niche, and it will give you things to think about. So the higher this number is, the better. Now, sometimes it might say 6 or 7, and it might indicate that you've got a good chance, when maybe, there might be some fundamental issues that you would then investigate and find out. Things like, these products have a pattern. Well, this software is not going to be able to tell you that. So you are going to have to go off and do your due diligence, but it gives you a very, very useful overview of what's going on with that particular market with the data it can see. So straight away, they're telling us that the competition's medium. It's unsaturated niche. You're just going to be competing with a few sellers. There's very low top brand competition. So we don't want to be competing with brands that are very well known, because, well, if people are going onto Amazon and searching brand name pizza turning peel, well, how are we supposed to compete with that? We're not that brand, and they've either got huge marketing budgets, they're very well known, maybe they've got television adverts, or maybe they've got a huge budget for Google ads and Facebook ads, a big social following. So we want this to say this, very low brand competition. Free competition, you won't compete with strong sellers. A few reviews. So this is a big plus point. You can get sales with just a few reviews, low quality listings, few Amazon sellers. So really you don't want to be competing with AMZ, which will be Amazon themselves or vendors through their vendor program. And this bit's important, and I talk about this a lot, a high average rating. So if we go back, you'll see this area here, 4.7, 4.7. That means on the whole, people are quite happy with this quality of product. So there's two ways you can look at this. If this number was low, you could come in and improve on the product, but you're going to have to be finding out what people don't like about that product and making changes. So you're going to have to be diving through their negative reviews and looking at areas where you can actually improve the product. Now, if the review rating is quite high, generally speaking, it means that people are happy and satisfied with the product. Now, if you're going to be selling something very similar, as long as you don't get anything wrong, as long as your quality is as good, should be better, then you're also going to benefit from quite a high rating. So it's a good indicator if you're looking at selling similar products. So anyway, let's go back into the niche score. It tells you here about the profit. It's saying here that we've got potential for high profit and a high margin. Demand, it's giving us some information about that. So I really like this. I really like the way that they quite clearly portray what's happening with all the data, because unless you're a seasoned Amazon seller, you're not going to be able to tell these things straight away. But certainly as a beginner, you can use this tool to quite quickly see what's going on in that market. Okay, so let's close that down. And another product idea I want to come to is a bamboo coffee pod holder. I'm not just going to go into that, and I'm going to show you exactly now how I found it. And you can use this method to find products today. You don't need to sign up to AmzScout Pro to do this. But this is what we call the manual trawl or deep dive. So we can click on bestsellers. And this is a very simple way to find product ideas. And what we would do at this point is look for a department of interest. So you probably want, if you're a beginner, you probably want to be avoiding things like electronics because they're going to be complicated. And let's go for kitchen and dining. That's what I went for. And then it's a case of in the main category, like kitchen and dining, we're going to be showing all the best sellers here, but these are going to be very, very competitive. So we need to dive down a little bit deeper. So if we go into storage and organization, and then I went into food storage. So we're getting down and deeper, and then coffee pod holders. You can do this manually today with no software and potentially find an interesting product idea. So look, right at the top, not very encouraging, all 5-star, tens of thousands of reviews, literally. You can use these areas, new releases, most wished for, to find other popular products that aren't in the top 100 of this category. So that's a really useful thing to do. But all I did was scroll down, have a look for a product that looks simple, hasn't got too many reviews, doesn't look like a big brand. So there's a number here. This looks interesting, but they've actually got the brand name in there, so I'd be unsure. If we click on this to me looks like a simple private label seller that has taken a concept, which is a coffee pod holder, and they've branded it up with their own brand, Cine Sauve, if that's how you say that. Listing doesn't look too bad. They've got dimensions. I don't really know what they're showing there. Bamboo. So yeah, these are made of bamboo and they'll be playing on the side of, eco-friendly. Yeah, this could be an interesting niche. So the niche idea was bamboo coffee pod holders. Okay, now I've just trawled through those 2 pages, which you could quite easily do now if you wanted. And let's see what AmzScout says about this. So you'll see I clicked down there, the big button, but I could have clicked up there. And this is the product, okay, here. We're ranking 17,000 in kitchen and dining, 15.99, and 487 sales a month. Revenue, 7,786. That's pretty good. They've got quite a few reviews with 683, but there's opportunity here for sure. And let's see what happens if we go all departments and we type in bamboo coffee pod holder, because we've got the idea. Now we want to look at the general market. And straight away, this is the same brands. They're advertising at the top here, and they've obviously got an array of bamboo products. Now, straight away, you can see these have lower reviews. So could we come up with a bamboo related brand? I think we could. I think there's probably a few product ideas, and we're going to dive further into that in a moment. So straight away, AmzScout is telling us number 9, great niche. I found that by manually trawling. So if we click that, we can look at the data, see what some of these people are doing. Now, if you actually want to give AmzScout Pro a go, we do have an affiliate link for it. So we will make a commission if you sign up. We'll always let you guys know, that sort of thing. But we've got a few other interesting things with it. So I'll leave a link in the description. You can sign up for a free trial, which obviously free trials are great. You can see if you like it. But if you do want to sign up to one of their paid plans, we've actually created a bonus with them. We've basically put together a list of questions that you will need when you're starting to speak to suppliers, okay? So before you place an order, this is a very specific checklist of questions that you can use to make sure that you're starting off on the right foot. So this is the link I will leave in the description, and all you do is sign up and you'll be able to get access to this free checklist of questions to ask your supplier. I think that's quite useful. If you are going to sign up, I would recommend taking advantage of that so that you get the free checklist. Now, if you're completely sold on using something like AmzScout, you can take things a step further, and there's also going to be a link in there for a bundle, and you're going to be able to save, well, it's over $700, I believe, at the time of recording. So I'll put that link in there, and you'd be able to get an annual plan through that link and make a huge saving. So if you're pretty confident that you're really going all in on this Amazon business, maybe use that, and you'll be able to get a load of their tools, not just the Chrome extension. And yeah, it should set you off on the right foot. So that was the Chrome extension in an overview. We have just gone in to look at this particular niche, and we're seeing quite a few products here that are doing quite well. And what we're going to do is, if we go back onto the main listing that caught our attention, which is this. Another thing I like to do after finding a product is actually doing competitor research. So you'll see here it's sold by this brand here, and we just want to find out, okay, one, they've got 137 ratings, so they're not that big. I'd be completely guessing if I guessed what they were doing on a monthly basis, but they have got quite an interesting selection of products here that this is ranking really well. And these are all bamboo related products, I believe. Oh, this one isn't. This is bamboo. This is bamboo. I'm not sure if that is. This is bamboo. But can you see there's a niche, a brilliant niche idea here, all around bamboo and storage, and an opportunity that could be worth investigating. So that's what we'll quite often do. Find a product idea, qualify it using a paid tool, and look into the competitor. See if there's any extra information that you can use and take advantage of. Guys, I hope you found that useful. I think I've gone on long enough. If you've got any questions, ask away below. If you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button and make sure you subscribed and turned on that notification bell so you'll know about these useful videos that we drop every single week. The last thing I'll say is In the description below, I'll leave a link to our course where you can get a discount on our latest training and really learn how to take your Amazon business to the next level. That's enough from me. I'll see you guys in the next video.